What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Nerd Corner. I'm Lotus, that's the core, the kid who never knows best. And in today's video, we are back with another episode of Shokugeki no Lotus. And today, we're gonna be baking a cake because my boy AfroSenju, most of y'all probably know who he is, had the audacity, the nerve, the gall to step foot in the kitchen again, knowing damn well he can't cook nor bake. And he decided to bake a cake, so it's only right, it's only natural that being the master chef that I am, the Yukihiro Soma incarnate that I am, I one-up him, right? So today in Shokugeki no Lotus, we're gonna be baking a cake of our very own, except we're gonna do it a lot better than Afro. So let's get bragging. Come on now. Come on now. Don't front. The set looking clean in it. The set looking clean in it. I'd be so official without a whistle. But yeah, this is the finger licking kitchen, and this is how we're gonna be rocking today for this episode of Shokugeki no Lotus, for this cake that we're about to bake. Now, the cake that Afro made looked a little something like this. It's one of these, like, Baker's Corner, Betty Crocker, Duncan Hines cakes that you can find in the box for like $1 or $2 at any grocery store. And I'm not gonna front, the cake that Afro made, he did a decent job on it. He didn't fail as miserably as I thought he was going to. But there is one very important step that you're supposed to do before you bake one of these cakes that you forgot to do, and that's this. We don't mess with box cakes here on Shokugeki no Lotus, boy. We only mess with cakes made from scratch, boy. From scratch, boy. From scratch, boy. So that's what we're gonna be doing here today. We're making our cake from scratch. Now, admittedly, the frosting that we're gonna be using is this Betty Crocker whipped frosting. Because honestly, I wanted to make our frosting from scratch. I wanted to do a whipped cream frosting because your boy like whipped cream. If you don't like whipped cream, I don't know what to tell you except that you're stupid. But I don't have an electric mixer, and I don't know if you've ever tried to make whipped cream by hand, but unless you have biceps like Kimbo Slice, you're gonna be there for a long time, and it ain't gonna be fun, and it ain't gonna be pretty. So yeah, we're gonna make the cake from scratch, but the frosting is pre-made, but it is what it is. It's still gonna be banging, so let's get cracking. So we're gonna go ahead and slip out of this, and let's get started. Alright, so the first two steps you're gonna want to take before you even get to messing with any of these ingredients is step number one. Head on over to your oven and preheat that bit to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Get it all nice and snuggly, buggly, wuggly. Get it all nice and ZZ toasty so your cake can be cozy. Step number two, arguably the most important step in this entire process, is to head on over to your sink, get you some soap, get you some water, and wash your motherfucking hands. I don't know where you or your hands been, so go ahead and wash them filthy mitts before you put your paws on anything, because I don't want nothing you touching. I don't want your cake or your chicken, and I don't want you in my kitchen unless you done washed them hands, so get to get it. Alright, so my cake is gonna have 2 layers to it. So I got these 2 9-inch cake pans. I'm gonna take a little non-stick cooking spray. Hold up, wait for the pop. Oh, gotta love that sound when you pop the top off. Whew. Hold on, let me do it one more time for the one time. That's music to my ears. But we're just gonna shake this up real quick. This is what it looked like, just in case you was curious. And we're just gonna go ahead and spray this down. Go ahead, be generous with it. Get both of them, get them sides, get the entire bottom. Don't miss a spat. Alright, boom. Now that's all prepped and ready. We can get to actually mixing some of these cake ingredients. And now we get into the nitty gritty, real sticky, icky. And all the ingredients you're gonna need in order to bake this cake are as follows: 3/4 of a cup of butter, a cup of sugar, a teaspoon and a half of vanilla, 2 cups and a third of flour, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, just throw a little pinch of that in there, 4 eggs, and a cup of milk. Now if you didn't quite catch all that, I'll probably leave a list of all the ingredients you're gonna need in the description down below, so go ahead and be sure to check that out. Now let's get into that wrist work, and I'm gonna show you how that wrist work. First things first, add your butter. Now in that same bowl, you're gonna wanna add your sugar, your spice, and everything nice. Bam! Bam, 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 bam. Now go crazy with the wrist, boy. Then we add a splash of that chemical, X, boy. Nice, now the next step is to move this off to the side. We're gonna grab this milk, this cup of milk that we had sitting over here. You're gonna wanna grab these 4 eggs. Now, what you're gonna wanna do next, right, is take these 4 eggs and crack these little niggas' heads open like they owe you money, alright? Now check me out. Now I know some of you don't know how to crack an egg, Afro, but it's real simple. So here you go. Look, you're just gonna tap it ever so slightly on the countertop. And once you start to feel it snap a little bit, you're just gonna grab the ends, apply a little bit of pressure, and pull it apart. So we're gonna do that 3 more times, like this and like that. That's egg number 3, just like that. And so I'm gonna wash my hands off real quick and wipe down my countertop, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, and now I'm just beating these eggs like you beat your meat on a Friday night. So just go ahead, give it a little bit of loving, Just a little bit of love. Break those yolks up in that milk, and then we'll worry about this in a minute. Because after we're done beating these eggs, we're gonna mess with our flour and our baking powder and all that. Get that all situated, and then it's all gonna go together into this mixing bowl that I got off to the side. Alright, so in this bowl, I got my flour. So what I'm gonna want to do next is take this here Rumford reduced sodium aluminum-free bake. Aluminum-free? Hold up, is there aluminum in other baking powders? We're gonna need to add 3 teaspoons of baking powder to this flour. Now you see this like little edge right here? That's there for a reason, because it's so you can get the exact measurement. So say like this, right? Use the edge so that your teaspoon is perfectly flat and even. You're gonna want 3 of these. Bow. 1, bow. 2, bow. That's 3. And next up, you're gonna want about 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. You're just gonna get the tiniest little pinch here in this spoon. Bow. Add that in there. And now I'm gonna stir this like I stir them guts, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now we got a flour mixture, a butter mixture, and a milk mixture. You're gonna want to take about half of this flour, add this to that butter and sugar that you stirred up earlier. Yeah, just like that. Add in about half of this milk, just like that. Start combining all that. You already know the drill, boy. Get to working with the wrist. And once you combine all that, add in the rest of your flour, your baking powder, and your salt mixture. Toss that to the side. You're useless to me now. Throw in the rest of this milk. Scrape like that. Boom. Toss that to the side. And get to work, playboy.
Sugar, high, everything nice. Sugar, high, everything nice. Sugar, high, everything nice. Sugar, high, chemical X. These are the ingredients to create the perfect little girl. The perfect little girl.
Alright, and after all that, it should look something like this. But yeah, that's pretty well mixed. That's good enough. So we're gonna go ahead and get this batter into them pans and slide that into that oven. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and try and divide this up as evenly as I can. Fill the bottom of both of these pans real quick. Just like that. You get some. And I know you hungry, so you go ahead and you get you some too. Just like that. And yes sir. Now if the batter's not exactly even, it's not the end of the world, but go ahead and try and get it as even as you can possibly get it. Alright, cool. Now I think these bad boys is ready for the oven. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and slide these in here. Just like that. Same way your girl slid in my DMs. And now just like her, she gonna sit here for about 25-30 minutes before we come back to it. Alright, so it's been about 30 minutes and I just pulled both my cakes out the oven. And as you can see, they're looking all beautiful, light skin and golden brown, just like your boy. And you know that both your cakes are done if you stick a toothpick right there in the center. Bam, and it comes out clean. If it comes out wet or batter is sticking to the toothpick, it's not done yet. Leave it in the oven for a few more minutes and check again later. Alright, so it's been about another 30 minutes and both of my cake layers are nice and cool now. So I'm just gonna do is slide these on over here. Then I'm gonna take this big body Tupperware cake container I got, pop that lid off, and with clean mitts, wash your paws, I'm gonna take this first cake layer and plop it right up here, and we're gonna get the frosting this cake. So I'm gonna take one of these jars of frosting, rip that bad boy open, and we're gonna get to getting. So go ahead and hit that first layer with a couple of dollops of daisy, and then just get the frosting it, spreading it around. Now, you might have one of them fancy schmancy little frosting spatulas. I don't, so I'm just gonna use the back of this tablespoon I got right here. But hey, it get the job done. It do me just fine. But yeah, this is just a layer in between the cake, so you really don't want to go too super heavy, just enough to really cover the top. I mean, it's really on you. Me personally, I'm not gonna go super heavy on it, but that's just me. I ain't gonna judge. You know, you do you. It's 2017. You can do what you want in America. But yeah, I'm gonna finish frosting up this first layer, and then we're gonna sandwich that second layer on top when I come back. Alright, so now that our first layer looks all nice and pretty, we're gonna take our second layer of cake and just set that bad boy right up there on top just like that. And just repeat the process. Yeah, that's right, girl. Spread it, spread it, spread it, spread it. And just like that, we got a beautiful cake, baby. Now, we're not quite done just yet, because I got one final touch on my eye, just a little something on the end that I personally want to put on top of this. I don't know if y'all ready for this or not, but it's about to happen. And I know they don't want me to do it to them, so you know what I got to do? I'm going to have to do it to them. Oh my God. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, Lord, they wasn't ready for it. No. And now, ladies and gentlemen, my cake is complete. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about that time. Oh my. Oh, it's so soft. Oh, yeah. The things I'm about to do to you, you don't even understand. Oh man, y'all see that? Y'all see that right there? Oh my God. Afro could never ever, forever ever in his wildest dreams. Oh my. And now, for the moment of truth. Damn! That shit good! That's good. That's real good. But yeah. That has been today's episode of Shokugeki no Lotus. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And yeah, hit this with a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for all those content I bring you. With all that being said, it's pretty much all I got for today. And remember, nothing can happen to you swing the bat.